Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about some news topics, and we haven't done one in a few weeks here, so there's a good bit of things to cover. So let's go ahead and take a look at the current Kaspa price, which is currently sitting at 83 cents, and it is also sitting at $72 million in volume in the last 24 hours. The market cap is sitting at $2.2 billion, and the current ranking in the entire crypto space is number 44. The current supply of Kaspa is sitting at 26.6 billion, and this is equivalent to 92.76% mined, and the current hash rate is sitting at 694 petahashes, and the current block reward is sitting at 4.62 Kaspa, while the next reward is going to be 4.37 Kaspa, and that's going to be happening in 9 days. The current amount of active addresses is currently sitting at 542,590. Taking a look at the inactive supply here, you can see that in over 3 months, 74.80% of the entire Kaspa supply has not moved. 6+ months is sitting at 57.52%. 1+ year is sitting at 34.43%. 2+ years is sitting at 14.68%. And 3+ years is sitting at 4.68%. Now let's go ahead and talk about some news topics. First off, K social network is now live. Now this is currently only on testnet, but K social network is basically a X social media platform built on the Kaspa network. And so currently the link to access this will be down below in the description, and you could test this out. And if you do want to leave some feedback, the best way to do that will also be to go to the link down below in the description. That will take you to a Discord called Cluster. Within the Cluster Discord, you're going to see that there's a section called K, and this is the social media platform there where you can leave some feedback if you want to see some features that you think are missing from it. But currently the only way to use this is if you're using testnet Kaspa, not mainnet Kaspa. But once this is coming out of the beta testing and it goes live on mainnet, I will be making a dedicated video on how you can use this yourself on mainnet and even host it yourself with your own node and indexer. KNS Domain announced that they're going to be adding profile functionality for their domain. So if you have a domain name, they will be creating a way so that you can have a lot more information related to your profile, so that you can even have a banner, an avatar picture, you can have your own bio, and it can also have all the usernames to different types of social media accounts. Next, Kaspador announced Kas.coffee, which is a platform to accept donations where you can create your profile, you describe what you bring and what you ask for, you share your link, and then you can get donations in Kaspa. Next, Kaspa Wallet announced that they have officially gone live on the App Store. So no longer is Kaspa Wallet on beta. It is currently live on the App Store, and this means that you can now manage things like KRC20 tokens, your Kaspa domains, and NFTs directly from a iPhone app. Luke announced that Kaspa is now officially on the Umbro App Store, and this means that you can now run a Kaspa node on the Umbro App Store. Next, Alex had announced that the Kaspa MCP server is now ready. It includes a simple wrapper around Kaspa WASM library along with the MCP implementation. Check the README file for details on how to run it locally and what it does. What is MCP? In simple terms, the Model Context Protocol is a mechanism that allows large language models such as ChatGPT to interact with the outside world. What can you do with it? You can run it locally and give the LLM you use access to Kaspa. This enables the LLM to create wallets, check balances, make transactions, estimate fees, and more. It can also include custom payloads to add extra information to each transaction. This is an example video that may allow AI agents communication using Kaspa transactions in the future. And this is something that Jonathan has actually alluded to, that the next future billion users, Jonathan believes is going to be AI agents. It's not even going to be real users. So it's really interesting here that an AI tool can directly utilize Kaspa and it does not require any human intervention pretty much. Next, we had Kaspa.com announce that there's a new mobile wallet coming for Kaspa, and it's going to be able to send, receive, and trade Kaspa, KRC20 tokens, NFTs, and domains with your fastest, most beautiful Kaspa wallet. So this is coming soon. It's only going to be on Kaspa.com, and so this is going to be a really neat wallet. I think this is something that's very necessary. There's not too many wallets within the Kaspa world, and there needs to be more, and especially wallets that enable you to do a lot of different things than just only sending and receiving Kaspa. Next, we have an update from Crypto Aspect in regards to Sparkle, which is a future smart contract solution that should be coming to Kaspa. WRT Sparkle, yes, we are still working on it, but we have turned the project into a much more R&D centric project. We are not in a rush, and currently I don't expect any updates until perhaps Q1 to Q2 of 2026 to be determined. I really am not a fan of talking about something that is not yet tangible and prefer to have solutions speak for themselves. So I'll refocus on that when I feel that there are substantial cumulative gains that can be shared. The only thing I will say is that this is an extremely complicated project, and so far I'm extremely lucky to have privilege of working with some of the brightest people I have met. And I said here that sounds great, and I think it is a very smart approach, and thank you so much for this update. Next, we had the user by the name of Bitcoins SG release this GitHub entitled Kaspa's Phase 1 Towards Quantum Resiliency. And so this update that is being proposed to Kaspa is to enable addresses to be quantum resistant, equivalent to Bitcoin's level of quantum resistance. Now, this does not make Kaspa fully quantum resistant, and also this update will not be a mandatory thing for everyone to have to update to, and this is going to be totally voluntary. So basically it will just create these new addresses that will be quantum resistant, well, more quantum resistant, and you can decide to send your Kaspa to those addresses so that you can get that security. But there's nothing here forcing you to do any of this. This is just step one of many steps towards Kaspa becoming fully quantum resistant in the future. Next, we had a crazy and insane podcast with Vlad and the founder of Kaspa, Jonathan Samplaninsky, and it went on for 7 hours and 35 minutes. Absolutely insane, but they talked about a lot of stuff related to proof of work and Kaspa, of course. And so if you're interested in watching that, the link will be down below in the description, so you can go ahead and watch this. I'll also put the link to this that he has on YouTube, because the video is on X and it's also on YouTube. Next, we have this brand new company called Kaspa, and they say hello world, and what this is advertising here says use your Kaspa without selling it. Kaspa is a decentralized lending platform built on Kaspa. Borrow without selling your crypto and without giving up custody, designed for speed, security, and full control. The link to their website will also be down below, so you can read up a lot more on Kaspa. But basically, this is just enabling people to be able to take loans against their Kaspa, but in an approach that will be very decentralized and actually keep your self-custody. Whereas when you compare this to something like Bitcoin, typically if you want to take loans against your Bitcoin, you definitely have to give up 100% of your custody, whereas this solution will enable you to keep that custody. Next, we had an announcement from Kaspa Nigeria saying that they were excited to announce that Kaspa Nigeria has secured a booth at TEDx 2025 in their area. So really cool to see that Kaspa's getting a spot here at this event. Next, we have the user by the name of Kirkhack said, what if you could prove the existence of things using Kaspa? Documents, creative work, software releases, images, text, and more. I can make this product finally using Cas.fyi API. This is a market research only. POC, cost to be determined. Comment below if you would like to use this service. So basically, this is just using the Kaspa network itself to be able to prove if certain things exist. So this is a really interesting use case for Kaspa, and it is really interesting to always see new ideas coming out with Kaspa almost every single week. I mean, we have a social media platform, we have a text messaging service, and now we have another concept here to be able to prove if things exist. Next, we have Kraken finally enabling Kaspa USDT pair trading, which is really, really good for liquidity. So now if you use Kraken, you are now able to deposit USDT to Kraken and directly start trading with Kaspa itself. You no longer need to sell your USDT to be able to acquire Kaspa if you wanted to. This past week, we also saw Kaspa reach 653,000 transactions on August 21st. And I say here, a 2 billion plus market cap pure proof of work system put in 653,000 transactions on August 21st. A 2 trillion plus market cap pure proof of work system put in 447,000 transactions on August 21st. When people say no one uses Kaspa, they are in denial. Relative to the size of Kaspa, it's already being used more than Bitcoin. Study Kaspa. And this is the thing. Kaspa is so much smaller, but yet can produce so much more transactions than Bitcoin does daily. Next, we had some announcements from JH. They said that Cas USDT is also going to go live on Whitebit, which is a regular exchange that's in Europe, and that's going to be happening in about 10 days. Cas USDT, as I described, did go live on Kraken. And then also says here, Kaspa KEF paid for required by these exchanges and promotional activities to make the listing happen. And then KEF also is joining on chain as title sponsor for co-host for Tether and Crypto.com integration/listing. So they're going to be meeting at this event to be able to speak with Tether and Crypto.com to hopefully get Kaspa onboarded onto those platforms. Next, I just have an announcement here regarding OneKey hardware wallets, and this is the fact that for the longest time, OneKey has had a blind signing issue, and they recently basically requested that if they can get some community support and some action on wanting this to be fixed, then they can possibly push this to the devs and get them to finally fix this feature. I've been in talks with them for pretty much over a year trying to get them to fix this, and they still have not yet. So please head to this post. The link will be down below in the description. And if you have not commented yet, go ahead and comment down below at OneKeyHQ. We want Kaspa blind signing to be fixed, and this will just help give OneKey the idea that the Kaspa community is huge and that there is a lot of desire to get this fixed. Next, I wanted to announce that I am going to start preparing a book entitled Why the World Needs Kaspa. And this book is going to embark you on a journey to understand why cryptocurrency demands attention and cannot be overlooked. We begin by exploring the shortcomings of fiat currency, tracing its influence on the creation of Bitcoin, and highlighting why Kaspa stands out in a Bitcoin-dominated landscape. Beyond these insights, this book serves as a practical guide equipping you with the knowledge to purchase Kaspa, utilize Kaspa, operate a Kaspa node, and mine Kaspa. This book is ideal for anyone new to cryptocurrency, providing a clear starting point for those eager to dive into the space and particularly the world of Kaspa. So I hope that introductory sounds very interesting and you will support me whenever I do release this book. I have no ETA on when I'm going to release this. I'm going to be working on this when I do have time, but eventually my goal is to release this book so that there is a very basic book to give to anyone who's completely new to crypto. Next, we had a user by the name of Wall Street Wolverine that has 867,000 followers make this post about Kaspa, saying, I am convinced that Kaspa will be the next big thing. Its technology is mind-blowing. So really interesting to see these big accounts talk about Kaspa. This got over 300,000 views, but it's pretty much inevitable. Kaspa, I don't believe, can be ignored forever. Last but not least, I did announce that I started a Kaspa Silver gaming channel. So if you're interested in tuning into some live streams and possibly doing some tournaments on chess or Smash Brothers or other games that I may bring up in the future, go ahead and subscribe to that channel and I'll keep you guys updated. Before we go, if you have not considered getting yourself a Tangem Wallet, this is a great way to store your Kaspa offline and off exchanges. If you use the code Kaspa Silver at the checkout, you will receive 10% off your order, and I also do receive a kickback for you ordering that with my code, and I greatly do appreciate that. It is highly important that you keep your Kaspa offline and off exchanges, and using Tangem is a great cold storage device to do so. Also, if you're interested in wanting to book a video call with me for 30 minutes or 1 hour, you can do so with the link down below, cal.com/Kaspa Silver. You'll be able to book a video call with me and discuss anything you want to discuss related to Kaspa. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and as always, don't be average, be different.